What is up, everyone? It is me, Doggybone Gaming, your host for this amazing channel, brought to you by the hashtag FurryPack, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to actually edit FurVilla bases. So many people don't really know how to actually edit a gray base, so I decided to go ahead and show a tutorial using Paint Tool Sci on how to actually go ahead and color in base. And I'm going to show you the example of my FurZona. So here it is, it's a wolf, and this is my FurZona, guys. For all those people that want to see the full entire FurZona of mine, this is it right here, Meet Rojo Pink, created by me. The line art, is made by FurVilla, which is actually a game that's actually being made based about furries, and they released their bases, and many people are wondering how you color these. So today we're going to be coloring in this fox base. So let's go ahead and minimize these, and you're going to want to go to Chrome, and you're going to want to go to my channel and hit subscribe if you're not already, please. I would even appreciate likes, because it'll be really amazing. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to FurAffinity, right, and I'm going to link these and link all this in the description, but you're going to go to FurAffinity, to FurVilla, right, and now they have all of their bases here pretty much, and you could go through every single one if you want. I picked out the fox since my FurZona is a wolf and a fox. It's also a husky. And so what you're going to want to do is you'll go to the page or whatever you want. You're going to hit full view, right click it, and then you're going to save as, and then save the picture pretty much to your desktop. Whoops, I clicked on random stuff. Then you're going to go to Paint Tool Sci's website, scroll down, and get Paint Tool Sci, install the program, and now you're ready to go. So pretty much open up Paint Tool. You're going to go to File, you're going to go to Open, select your image. Once you select it, now we're ready to actually start this. Now we're actually going to go ahead and start painting this. So the first thing you pretty much want to do after you do this, you want to create a layer, and you want to make sure it's above and not below, because if you go ahead and put it below, and let's get our brush, let's just pick any random color, right, and you start painting, it's all gonna be behind it. Now to delete everything, you could hit Control C, or you could just get the eraser, delete it, or you could just go to Edit and undo that too. So yeah, and everything is just pretty much gonna be drawn behind the image if you go ahead and put it behind. And another thing is, you're not even drawing the actual image, so yeah, you don't want that. So what you want to do is you want to put it above. Now once you put the layer above, they're going to go like, wait, you can draw it everywhere. You're not just drawing the image. That's going to be really hard. So what you actually want to really do is hit clipping group. If you hit clipping group, that means you would no longer be able to draw outside of the image. See, I'm clicking a draw over here, it's not drawing. But if I slide through, it only draws the image. Now, for example, that I'm going to show you, I'm going to fill up my brush even bigger right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a lot right here. And you can notice I'm only drawing the character, and it doesn't look as good. So if I go ahead and pick another color real quick, that doesn't look pretty cool, because now you can't see any of the shading, any of the details of the character. Now here's one of the biggest things that you want to actually do is, you actually want to go to your mode. From normal, you want to hit overlay. Now, you got all your shading and is being colored in properly. As you can see, it overlaps and everything. Look it. Now that just looks cool. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial on how to draw things. You'll just spend your time drawing in your character however you want. For example, if I wanted this character, whatever this color is, I'm colorblind, so I don't really know this color. To me, this is purple. I'm hoping I am right, that it really is purple and not blue. I'm hoping I'm right on that. But, let's say I colored this guy all purple, maybe I wanted a purple FurZona. Unless it's blue, then it's blue. We'll color them in. By the way, I'm going to zoom in, because I like to zoom into the images, it's a lot easier. So we zoom in, and then let's see, let's pick another color. I think this is yellow, so I hope it is. And then you just go ahead and just color your FurZona however you want. you just take your time coloring it. You know, I could just leave marks all around it if I wanted to and stuff like that. But you're gonna actually, you know, take your time into drawing the character. Alright, so I just went ahead and cleared everything up. Hit clipping group. Now, pretty much this is how I draw. Is I like to just go ahead and start off simple and pick whatever color I'm actually going to be having my fursona. Like red is the main color of my fursona, and what I like to do is zoom in as close as I want possible. And let's go with pink first. Alright, so we're gonna go with pink first, and what I like to do is I like to draw its face first. So, you know, I take my time into drawing the face. Oh, I just realized I forgot to hit the opacity. Remember, you have it set to overlay, guys. You gotta set that to overlay. So, you know, I just take my time drawing the face. Now, if the brush is too big, you're just gonna go to the brush and lower it. So, you know, you're just gonna fill up the character, pretty much. Just draw everywhere, because you're gonna end up fixing all of your mistakes. So, you know, just fill in everything you can for now, because you have nothing to worry or lose. You just gotta take your time when drawing the character, because you're gonna fix everything later on. So now that you know, went ahead and drew your character, I like to take the eraser tool, and I like to zoom in way more than what I normally had, and I like to just go ahead and erase where the color shouldn't be. As you can see, now it looks perfect right here on this side. That side just looks nice and neat. Now I like to just go ahead, take my time, and erase where the color shouldn't be. Then take my brush, fill up spots where the color should be at, go back to eraser, and remove where color shouldn't be again. And that's pretty much it. You know, you just go ahead and take your time. So pretty much now part of our face of our character is done. You know, the pink spot of my character is now done, and as you can tell, the shading work that it had also stays. Over here the color looks a lot darker, and over here looks lighter. And that's because the shading of the gray base actually stays in and blends in perfectly good with your image. Now, one thing I would also show you that's a little tip. After, let's say you finish drawing your character, you can use a watercolor, and to make it look and stand out a little bit better on like the lighter areas, you can always color with the watercolor. And I'm not sure if you can notice, but it does have like a slight more better looking effect than what it did. Maybe it's not too noticeable, but to me that looks a lot noticeable. So for example, if I go ahead and let's say I take red and take my brush, I'm going to color in the stomach right over here real quick. I'm not going to do the best job because this takes me a long time. So I'm just going to go ahead and color in a bit on the stomach, and just go ahead and go with my watercolor and draw in right here. And the color looks to be a lot better. Not sure if you can actually notice it, but it does kind of look a little bit better. But yeah, and that's like some option that you can have. The watercolor itself is more transparent for a color. That just gives it a little bit more look. It's not the most noticeable thing, but it's a little bit noticeable. But that's pretty much how you're gonna color these bases. It's just like that. You know, you're just gonna go ahead and take your time coloring your character. See, if I zoom in, you know, I'm just gonna take my time, go around the edges. It's okay if you color the actual black outline of the character, that won't have any effect. And as you could tell, if you overlap your character, it won't matter because it will blend in and match like if it was meant to be like that. and then you just want to go ahead and keep sizing your brushes from big to small every single time so you could fit it in. As you can see, you're just gonna take your time to color in. Alrighty, gonna do the head part for you guys, I guess. Now I should probably size up my brush over here. See, if I color the outlines that are black, the details, it won't matter at all if you do that. That you're able to color perfectly fine, and you'll still keep the same look. Alrighty, let's go ahead and I just colored in its eye. Damn it. Alright, so there's pretty much the head done. So the head is, you know, somewhat done, and as you could tell, it looks really nice like this. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial, guys. You're just gonna go ahead and, you know, take your time coloring like that. So you gotta make sure you have clipping group, you know, on a new layer, and you also want to make sure you have it on overlay, and that's really it. And in order to save your image, you're just gonna hit save as, and right here, file type. Oh no, not file type. My bad. This right here, you want to save this first for the file, so you could go back and edit the image anytime. You could also save it as a Photoshop PSD if you have Photoshop, Sci, if only for Sci. But if you want to have this picture transparent, make sure it's PNG to have it transparent. And if you want it a background, like the white background it has, just go ahead and hit JPEG, and you'll be good. Unless you go ahead and add a background. And if you want to add a background, I recommend just creating a new layer and dropping it right behind, and taking the bucket tool and just selecting a color that you want, and then just getting your bucket tool and painting that background. That's pretty much it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for how to draw your characters. You know, once you take your time to draw your character, your final end result will look like this, you know, but in your FurRyPACK colors and the way that your FurRyPACK is designed. So this is mine, and that's really it. So remember, leave a like, subscribe, and I hope this tutorial helped you color for furry bases. You know, this is not just for FurVilla bases, but you can actually use this for any other base, but it's more, this video is more for the FurVilla though, to help you guys out. So I mean, it would be really grateful if you could go ahead and, you know, smack subscribe and leave a like, and, you know, share the channel and all that. And I hope this video tutorial helped you guys out. And yeah, that's really it, guys. So yeah, enjoy tonight's video. Pretty much it. You guys could also go ahead and click the eye above and actually go ahead and support me on Patreon if you guys want to. I actually have one person that already did, and they're really amazing for it. So if you guys want to support me on Patreon and all, that'll be really cool. And that's really it. Dogs out, bark bark, bow wow.